If you have just come on, could you just pop in the chat who you are and who your sponsor is, business, just so that we've got a record, because we've got some challenges and incentives and things going on. Just going to pop everybody on mute, but please feel free to unmute yourself. It just causes less distractions in the background so people can hear properly. But that's fab. I can see the chat's going mad. So thank you very much, everybody. Yes, some of you need to get tickets in the draws for all sorts of challenges. So please put your name on so that we don't go miss you off, because that's where I take a record of who's on later. If I'm doing all the talking, I can't write everybody's name down. Okay, so what have we got lined up for this evening? Well, first of all, we've got our recognition, fantastic recognition from our C11 campaign. We're also going to be launching our Beat Your Best incentive for C12. Just a few reminders on the dates for your diary. And then we've got some sponsor workshop training, and I'm going to be doing some stuff on the 5 stages of a successful presentation on the telephone or face-to-face. So hopefully that will help to give some tips and ideas for those of you that are wanting to share this opportunity. So just welcome really everybody. Obviously our intentions are that this is your weekly dose of motivation, inspiration, and all of the tools to get more done. So for those of you that are brand new, I can see there are some new faces on here this evening. Welcome to our Matrix Zoom. We're on here together, we work together, and if you want to share anything, please feel free to unmute yourself and come on, or if you're not that confident enough to do that, please type in the chat and we'll keep peeping in there and we can bring it up for you, any questions that you have, and hopefully answer those for you. What I want to do first of all is start with our welcome rewards recognition. So all of the achievers now, you're going to have to bear with me because tracking the figures in this business is not an easy task. I have found some new reports now, so please, please, please don't shout at me if I've missed you off. It's really difficult. They don't actually give you a report directly saying who's achieved welcome rewards or not. But based on the criteria that we've been given, I've looked through the figures. So as far as I'm aware, this is everybody for C11 that's done welcome rewards 1, 2 and 3. So massive well done to everybody on our list. We've got Cheryl, Leslie, Patricia, Joanne, Marie, Catherine, Caris, Kate, Jenny, Sarah, Sean and Edie, all getting their welcome rewards 1. So well done. We've got them welcome rewards to Amanda, Nick, Jenny, Emma, Sally, Neil, Roslyn, Linda, Donna. Donna's a 3. So Linda, well done on your welcome rewards too. So freebies on the way to you. Absolutely so exciting. I love the welcome rewards. And then we've got Donna, Samantha, Peru, Paul, Catherine and Tracy all getting welcome rewards 3. Those of you that have received welcome rewards 1, 2 and 3, you do get the beauty training for free, and that's coming up in September. You'll see that in our dates for your diary. Massive congratulations to our top 10 retailers for C11. No surprise, in first place we've got Jackie and Stephen McCormick, we say it wrong, £1,437. We've got Thomas and Daniel with 1,423. I don't think that's right. I don't know where that's come from. In third place, we've got Dave and Ange with 1,255. And I'm going to just read to fifth place. We've got Angela Harris in fourth place with 1,191. And Kaz and Colin with 875. But well done to the rest of you for getting in the top 10. Everybody here is all elite consultant and above, and it really is a great foundation for your business to be elite consultant and above, because it's maximising that commission that you're going to earn off of your personal sales. So well done to all of our top retailers for C11. Then we've got our top activations. Now, This is a really, really hard one. Some of our leaders have sent their figures in, some of them haven't. So I'm really sorry if anybody is missed off here. There are about 1,000 names on a spreadsheet, and it's really difficult to see who's activated this period. So I do rely on our leaders informing us on these figures. So again, I'm sorry if anybody's been missed off of here. But, you know, and this is no surprise again, absolutely the recruiting machine, Joe Warman, in top place there with 9 personal activations. So, and an activation means that a person's been signed in and actually placed an order. So absolutely phenomenal, Joe, leading the way, but absolutely no surprise there. And in second place, we've got Jackie and Stephen with 4. Then we've got Leslie, Sarah and Dara all with 3. Claire and Angela with 2, and then Hayley, Tina and ourselves with 1. So well done. We've got a team total of 29. So it would be really great to see in C12 us beating that. You know, we're going to track the figures a lot better from now on. You know, now we're getting to grips with everything. So our top businesses, our top business turnover for all of our group managers and above. And again on here, I'm going to show the top group managers' businesses. I'm just going to read on this one the top 3. So massive congratulations in first place with Chris and Claire with a best ever 21,981, nearly 22,000. So well on track for the 25k club. It'd be absolutely amazing, Team Kinsella. You know, we could see that recognition for C12. Absolutely unbelievable.
We'll smash it this month. We'll smash it this campaign.
You will. And Dave, is this your best ever? In second place there, 5,435. Is he there? I can't see him.
Yeah, I think it is actually. Yeah. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I think it was 4-8 last campaign.
Absolutely fantastic. It's great to see every campaign beating your best and it business growing. So, you know, absolutely fantastic. We've got Rachel and James in third place with 4,534. So absolutely brilliant, and well done everybody else on there as well. I think one of the great things to do with this is to see going into that next band and the next band and the next band and moving the business forward now. We've got our top PSG and top districts. We've got somebody that's unmuted themselves. So can you just make sure that you're all muted so that there's no distractions? Thank you. We've got our top PSG then, or if you want to call it your district. So this is your personal sales group, the people that are just frontline to you that have not broken away as group managers. So again, in first place, we've got Dave and Ange with 2,972, nearly a 3k PSG, just short there, so fantastic. Chris and Claire have got 2,838, and Joe Warman with 2,692. We're just going to read just a couple more because I just think it's fantastic to see. This is where the growth comes from. This is your cradle for finding your group managers, and as the PSG grows, outbreak group managers, and it's absolutely fantastic to see that we've also got in the 2000 club in the PSG, Sylvia and Gary, Jackie and Stephen, and Daniel and Julie Anderson, who's a fairly new group manager actually. So absolutely well done there to all of you. Okay, so we've got our online sales success recognition. If any of these people are in your team, if you'd like to come on and recognise, first of all, we've got Achieving the 300 Club. We've got Annette Mason. So, Joe, would you like to come and recognise Annette?
Yeah, sorry if Abby screams. She's got another poo stuck. Annette's had a lot of challenges this last campaign, and so I'm really, really proud of her for what she's achieved. Like among all of those challenges, plus she's been away, and she's just on a mission to try and get this up and running. So I'm just wanted to say that I was so proud of her for doing that, and she's definitely leading the way with her team as well with retail. She's doing good.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, Claire, we've got Dave and Ange.
Yeah, I'm so pleased for these guys because we all know that they're brilliant retailers anyway. They're totally leading the way with the retail, with the team, you know, with the PSG, and they've got a really good catalogue business as well. And yet they've still really gone out the way and pushed to do. I think they've done something like £380 online last campaign, which is just brilliant, isn't it, to do that online with everything that they've got going on and working and things. So I just wanted to say well done on that because I think that's a really good achievement for them. So well done, Dave and Ange.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you. I saw the lips then. Thank you. Okay, then we've got Salma and Adele. I think they're both in Annette's team. Is Annette on?
Hi, sorry, I'm not feeling fantastic, which is why you can't see my face tonight.
That's
Yeah, I just want to say Salma and Adele, they are amazing. They're literally on a mission. They don't do themselves justice with, praising themselves enough. I'm super proud of them both. And I just know that they're going to do amazing in the future too. So just keep it up, girls.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well done. And is there anybody else that I've missed off of the 300 Club? Because I've just took of these out of the recognition in the group. And we still need to make sure that everybody's sending our figures in so we don't miss anybody off the recognition. Take that silence as a no. But this is a great stepping stone for those of you that want to get to that 300 Club. And again, these have got tickets in the draw for a great incentive to the Eagles Club Nest when you get these tickets. So we'll be having a little look at that as well. So some of you have got tickets in the draw already. Now we've got our elite consultants. So we're going to start with Paul. Dave, are you able to do the recognition for Paul?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I've got it. Yeah, cheers. If it does go off, I do apologise. But just before I do that one as well, I just wanted to recognise Kaz and Colin. They'd actually got one activation last campaign and we didn't actually recognise them, so I do apologise about that. I should have got that out to him. So well done to Kaz and Colin. And obviously, it's mega important not to miss anybody out. Like I said, obviously, that slipped through the net as well. So I do apologise. I know they're working hard every campaign anyway. So. And I know that they're going for a group manager this month, so keep going, guys. I know you can smash it. You're doing really well. So well done. And I just wanted to recognise Angie's dad, Paul. I mean, he's always been a big retailer, certainly in our last business as well. He's just found it a little bit difficult to get his get his head around doing a woman's job, as he sees it. But now that he's getting his head around it, obviously, like I said, I think he's starting to enjoy it and realise that obviously people are spending. So it's I know that he's not on here tonight because I know he's out because he's got another 2 jobs as well. But Paul Tonkin, fantastic retailer. I know that he's looking at obviously building that customer base back up to what he was doing. I know his biggest in his last business was 12,070. So it'd be nice if he got anywhere near that.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? So. Sorry?
Just imagine what you'll earn off that at 35%.
I know. Well, it's best part of $5,000 again, isn't it?
Fantastic.
Yeah, $5,000. So if he does it, like I said, it goes off to him. So he's getting old now. I can say that because he's not on.
He'll be listening to the.
Yeah, I forgot about that. So yeah, well done, Paul. Absolutely fantastic, mate. And I say proud as punch of you.
Brilliant stuff. Great. Good stepping stone, seeing your business progressing forward. Okay, so we've also got as elite consultant, if it'll change over for me, Donna Dunkley. I'm not sure if Rachel's on. I'm trying to go through everybody. Is Rachel on tonight? I'm sure Donna's in.
Rachel's on. They're in Spain, aren't they? I don't think.
Can you do the recognition?
I mean, I know that Rachel's so proud of Donna. She is really proud of her doing this. I don't know Donna too well myself, but I know that she's done absolutely amazing retail and all that much. And as far as I'm aware, it's all online as well. So, really pleased. So well done, Donna. You've done a brilliant job.
Yeah, she's got the 500 club there for online sales and elite consultant. So, you know, that's absolutely awesome. Well done, Donna. I'm sure Rachel will have a few words that she'll comment on our post when we put it up for you. Okay, and then we've got our next group manager. So, Claire, do you want to recognise Angela?
Yes, I'm so pleased for Angela, because you know what, she's worked really hard. She come to us in our previous business and was just getting going when everything happened, we moved over, and she's worked really hard to get this back up. I mean, not only has she done group manager, but she's number 2 in the entire company on the Portugal trip as well, which is just unbelievable. The sales that she has done herself, and you know what, she's had so much going on with all these new babies and new puppies. Very busy lady, yet she's still managed to do this. So well done, Angela. It's absolutely amazing. I am so proud.
Thank you, Claire.
That's absolutely fantastic. I know you've had such a lot going on, Angela, and you came on and you shared your very inspirational testimonial.
Without following the slides.
Well, you did a fantastic job regardless, Angela, and you said then you made a commitment to go group manager, and you just did everything it took and made it happen. So absolutely delighted that to see, you know, that you've achieved that level. So you know, just onwards and upwards now. It's all about growing that personal sales group and beating your best each campaign. Okay, so what other recognition? Okay, so for those of you that are new, I'm not sure whether you are aware, but there is a Vista Group international incentive that's on for a trip taking you to the Eagle's Nest, which is Jackie and Peter's villa. It's absolutely stunning. As you can see in the picture here, it's on the top of a mountain. There are just, oh, it's just absolutely stunning. We've seen so many pictures. It's a place that myself and Andrew have you know, longed to go. It's just never been the right time to go, and we've really loved to go and see this. Part of the villa is actually built into a cave, so it's really unusual. It's absolutely going to be an awesome trip that they've put on for the whole group. So for you to qualify for this trip, there are 5 routes. So route 1 is your online sales success, and that means that running through, all of these run through campaigns 11 to 16. So this means that you need to do £300 or €300 per campaign online, and you've got to do a minimum of 1,800. Okay, so it can be all accumulative. But you've got to then, the top 3 on the sales will be entered into a prize draw, which you must be at the Christmas rally with the Vista Group, and you will be drawn on stage to go and win this trip. So another criteria is that you mustn't be, your account mustn't be in arrears, and you must please log all of your points with the district manager every campaign. So guys, you really need to just work with us and let us know when you've got points, because if we don't put you in for this, you know, you're in it to win it. If you're not in it because we don't know, then you're not going to be pulled out on the draw. So the next route is elite consultant. So we've got so many new elite consultants coming through. That's a minimum of the £650 worth of sales. Cumulative sales need to be 3,900 over the campaigns, and it'll be the top 3 on sales total that'll be entered into the prize draw. Again, you must be at the rally, and accounts mustn't be in arrears, and let us know as well. Elite consultant is slightly easier for us to track, the online sales not, so please, you know, help us with this. We've also got route 3, which is your party success. So it's a 3 plus parties per campaign, 18 parties collectively, and there must be an accumulative sales of £1,000 or €1,000 to be entered into the prize draw at the rally. An extra point here if you sell more than 6 Novage skincare sets as well. Same criteria with the a rally, must attend the rally and account not be in arrears. Oh. And then route 4 is activations. So it's a minimum of 3 activations per campaign. Minimum entry is 18 activations. So Joe Warman, you're already halfway there, and we've only had one campaign yet, so well done. Top 3 on activations is going to go into the prize draw. Again, must be at the rally, must not be in arrears. And then Route 5 is all district managers and all regional managers. There will be 2 drawn out, 2 prize draws, and must be at the rally, and obviously account must not be in arrears. So, you know, guys, this could be you. You know, there's sun, sand, sea, fun, frolics. It's just going to be absolutely amazing. There will be 6 winners going along, you know, to an amazing destination that, you know, Jackie and Peter and Craig didn't have to do this for us. And I just think it really is something that gives us a goal, it gives us a focus, it gives us something to drive the business forward, and then it gives us something to reward that hard work as well, and have fun and sizzle and get to know people in the wider group. So far we've tracked, again, if you can let us know if we've missed you off on here. We've tracking the points. So Jackie and Stephen, you've got plenty of tickets in the draw here. We've got Jackie and Stephen, Angela, Salma, Adele, all in the 300 club. We've got elite consultants. We've got Jackie and Stephen, Dave and Ange, Sylvia and Gary, Kaz and Colin, Paul, Donna, Pauline and Gary, Thomas and Daniel, and Leslie Witt. Party success, we've got Jackie and Stephen, Rachel O'Donnell. Our activations, we've got Jackie and Stephen, Joe Warman, Dara McGarry, Leslie Whittington and Sarah. And then obviously there's Chris and Claire and ourselves in for a chance with the district manager's ticket as well. So, you know, well done, guys. I can see the chat's going mad. I'm not sure whether that's somebody shouting and saying that they need to be on there. Angela Harris thought she had 3 activations. We'll double check that for you, Angela. Annette Mason should be in the 300 club. Right, okay. So if you can message me, rather than it being in the chat, if you can message me if you need adding to here, then we'll get you added to the charts. We'll just double check everything and get you added. But absolutely fantastic. It would be great if the Matrix group could really lead this on the Vista group trip. You know, it would be absolutely fantastic if we could really fill it with everybody from the Matrix group. You know, let's lead the way, guys. Let's use this as you know, something that we can really focus on and drive our businesses forward. Okay, do we have any other shout outs, anything that anybody would like to share before we continue?
I have, please.
Okay.
Apart from obviously the girls that have already been mentioned getting the 300 club, I just want to mention Julie Edwards. She's been with us since before, and I'm just really proud of her lately because she's just so positive with the team. She's really helping out in the team group chat, and she's just sticking with it, and she's just been a little diamond. She started sponsoring, she's sticking with her retailing. I just wanted to say that I'm proud of her. And then AJ, who is working this with his partner Becky, they did another offline party at their house and they got £140 worth of sales. So I've asked him to do a little training in our team group, and I haven't asked him yet, but I'm going to ask him to come on and do one on here as well, because I just think they're doing amazing with offline parties.
Brilliant.
A few tips from them to find out what they're doing right. So I'm just proud of them. And also he's been recruiting as well, and Janine's off of Facebook, which is his sponsor, and he's just been cracking on with it, and I just think he's great. I just think he's doing really well.
Oh, that's absolutely brilliant. I've got a message here as well from Bev Story. She's on tonight. We've missed her off the activation. She's got 1 activation, and so has Jen Potter. So well done on your activations. We'll get you added to the tracking, so that we can make sure that if we need that for the accumulative points, we get you in there for the draw. So well done, guys. I know Rachel's on holiday, so I'm sure she's not intentionally missed you off. I know it's getting into this habit of tracking and recording all of the figures and sending them on, but we're getting there.
Can I give a quick shout out?
Of course you can, sorry.
Caris Pugh, she's only been with us a few weeks. We have shouted out to her before, but she's doing so well just online. She's not actually got hold of a book yet, I don't think, but she's actually last night she had another £150 from Claire's challenges and online parties and doing lives. She's just full on. She's going to do really well, and I'm really excited for her.
Brilliant.
And really well done, and keep it up.
Well done, Caris. Keep going. Keep going.
Oh, sorry, Kaz. Do you want to go first, lovely? I'll jump in. I just want to do another little quick shout out for Adele, actually. So first of all, I wanted to say well done to her for getting that first challenge that Claire set up with the mascaras. I was so proud of her on that. She was actually on holiday for the majority of the time of the challenge, and she literally came back and just flew with it and then just beat us all. So I was like really proud of that. And also she did her first party at home. And thanks to Annette Hart as well, who went out and supported her doing that, because I was unable to, being as I was in Scotland. But she managed to get £50 on the night, and then the following morning got an additional £40. And she's got a couple of orders that have come through for this campaign on the back of that. So I'm just really chuffed for her. So well done, Adele. And thanks again to Annette.
Oh, fantastic. Great, Kaz.
Hi. Yeah, I just want to do a quick shout out to Sham. Basically, she had one catalogue and she smashed her first welcome reward with that. Also, I want to say a big shout out to Sarah Drake, who's hit her third welcome reward. So now she can go for her the skincare beauty thing after. And also, thanks to Larissa for coming and joining us tonight. So it's her first meeting with us. Thanks, guys.
Oh, that's lovely. It's nice for you to all be getting your team on and sharing together. It's lovely. Okay, if you've just joined us and you've not popped your name in the chat, can you just pop your name in the chat so that we can track the points, because there's some points for attending the meetings, so we just need to keep track of that. Thank you. Okay, so what have we got next? Okay, just to make you aware, obviously, that if you've finished your welcome rewards, this is an incentive that's running in the background. So lots of you have qualified for it in 10 and 11. This is the last campaign now, so make sure that you keep pushing. If you want your beach bag, beach towel and a lipstick for free, everybody loves a freebie, don't they? So, you know, this is running in the background. We've also got this campaign, so campaign 12, this 100 BP gift is the Milk and Honey Day and Night Cream worth £28 or €38. So make sure that you're tracking your sales. Make sure that when you check your orders that you're getting, it's good to put it on. I'm always putting mine on in chunks of 100 BP so that I'm getting as many of the freebies as I can, because then you can use them for lots of things. You can use these for free gifts for parties, prize draw prizes, samples. There's loads and loads of things that we can use these freebies for. And if it doesn't cost us anything, from just being on top of our business and knowing where we're at. Okay, Claire, would you like to just come on and just discuss C12's challenge?
Yeah, okay, so everyone's flying with this challenge, which ends at 10 o'clock tonight, this one for the lip plump, and then we're going to do another one tomorrow. So what we're going to do is, there's going to just be one winner at the end of the campaign, but we're going to have lots and lots of challenges, because I didn't want to just do one, because I think people will get a bit fed up with the same one. I think sometimes we need something, don't we, to keep us going. So at the minute, it's who can sell a lip plump. So what we're going to do is each one, so this one will end tonight. The winner of this challenge, whoever sold the most, will go into a draw. And the winner of every challenge will go into a draw. And at the end of the campaign, all the winners will go into a draw to win the £20 worth of samples. So keep your eyes peeled for tomorrow's challenge. And good luck till 10 o'clock tonight for this one.
And it's for everybody in the Matrix group to join in, so please feel free to join in. Claire's leading on this, but it's for everybody to join in. A little bit of healthy competition goes a long way, doesn't it? And it's inspiring absolutely inspiring to see so many people selling so many of these. You know, Dara messaged me the other day, she'd sold 15. I can't believe, who was it that was just saying that they've sold 45? I was like, oh my God, that's just unbelievable. But it's just mad when you focus on something and you just work on that you can, you know, the results that you can get. And, you know, it's not for everybody. If it's not for you, that's fine. But if it is, just join in the fun, you know, because that's what it's all really about, isn't it? Okay, so we've also launched the group of the year. Claire's popped this into the group. We've discussed this today. We've got Team Kinsella's groups, but we've also got Team Walsh's teams as well, with I think some names, because I think you've got every single colour under the sun there. Like rainbow of team colours there, haven't you? But Claire, do you want to just explain the group of the year and what you know what you do?
Well, here's why I wanted to do it as a group rather than, for example, you know, Dave and Angie's group. Business, the top business, Dave and Ange, rather than it just be about Dave and Ange, it should be about the whole team. Yeah, so I'm thinking if we done it in colours, for example, so if they've got the red team or the blue team, I think it spurs people on more to all want to work for something for that. So on here, you're going to get lots of points. So it is for your own manager group. So for example, if you're in, so for example, Kaz said, oh, I'm in 2 groups because she's in Sylvia's group and Dave's, but we're going to be just your direct manager. If a manager group breaks out, then you'll stay with the points that you got from that person, but then the new manager will get 10 points to give them a head start. And it's just a bit of competition. Everyone wants to be a part of the winning team, don't they? Mm-hmm. So whichever is the winning team at the end of the year will be really good. So all the things on here is how you can earn. So if each manager can track their own team points, so everyone in your team that gets the welcome rewards does all the different things, and then send all your points in, and then we can keep tracking it then all year round. Brilliant stuff. Little targets and little goals always help, don't they, for achieving something. And you know, it's lovely to be recognised, because as a team we do achieve more, don't we, than what we do as an individual. It is about teamwork, all working together, sharing together and achieving together. So on top of that, we have always done a Matrix Group Star Performer, and I'm aware that some of you haven't been in the Matrix Group before. So just to make you aware, we've had Chris and Claire as Star Performer. In the past, we've had Rachel and James Folger as our Star Performer. Our Star Performer is awarded at the end of the year, but the award is more about the contribution. It will be based on business growth, personal activations, but it's a lot more about attending our Zooms, our meetings, the contribution that you offer within the Zooms and the meetings and within all of the Matrix groups. And really, and overall, just that person that we feel is supporting and sharing and, you know, offering that to the whole team to help one another. So, you know, if you want to be this year's Matrix Group Star Performer, just to make sure that you are aware, we are looking at this all the time in the background. So, okay, so Beat Your Best. We said we were going to launch this today. So those of you that are on here are going to be ahead of everybody else. Your Beat Your Best Matrix Group 50/50 challenge. Okay, so what we're going to do is we've looked at the figures that everybody has done for the past 4 or 5 campaigns, and the idea is that you are going to beat your best personal sales. So that might not have been the last campaigns, it might have been the campaigns before. You'll all be sent an email with your base figure. So you get 1 ticket when you match that base figure. Not if your base figure, so if you've not hit 100 BP before now, the base figure will be set as a minimum of 100 BP. So if you've only done 50 BP up till now, then your base figure will be based on 100 BP. And we're doing it all on BP only because we've now got team in Ireland and the UK, and it is just easier for us to track through BP from the figures that we're given. You'll also gain a ticket for every 50 BP that you do above your base figure. So the idea is to get to your personal best, but it's also to beat your personal best to get more tickets in the draw.
So let's say, for example, your base figure is 300 BP. In C12, if you did 350 BP, you're going to get 2 tickets in the draw. If you do 400 BP, you're going to get 3 tickets in the draw. If you do 450 BP, you're going to get, I don't know, 4 tickets in the draw, 5 tickets in the draw. Every 50 BP that you do up and above your base figure is another ticket in the draw. So what are you going to win? One person is going to win £50 or €50 as a voucher of your choice. So you could have the Love to Shop voucher, you can have an Asda voucher, you can have a B&Q voucher. I'm really not bothered, but I think it's something that maybe you can, use towards Christmas is on its way. Might be something that you just want to treat yourself to. So this is going on throughout C12. We will do the draw on our first Zoom meeting of C13. So when we do our recognition, we'll be recognising the winner of our C12 Beat Your Best 50/50 challenge. Okay, I hope that all makes sense. Try to keep it as simple as possible, but something that everybody can achieve, because this business is all about constantly beating your best. And when you're beating your best, even if you're beating your best by 50 BP, your business is always growing and it'll go into momentum because of that. Guys, it's not just about you. It's about your team as well. If you all increased your business by 50 BP on your best personal sales, just imagine how much your business is going to grow. So, we're really excited about this. We're going to be putting a thing in the Matrix group, so we'll be tracking it and we can put on there who's achieved what tickets they've got in the draw, so we can create a bit of competition and excitement with everybody. And, let's see who's going to be in it to win it. Dates for your diary, guys. Our next One Call Momentum meeting is on the 8th of September, so put that date in your diary. We've got the Peterborough key meeting on the 25th of August. Put that one in your diary, and the rest of the dates are there if you need them. Total Beauty Training for those that are qualified and are going is the 15th of September. So really looking forward to that. We've booked our tickets now and got our accommodation sorted. And then the Oriflame show, if you've still not booked your tickets for that, this is in January, so a little bit of a way off, but the tickets are selling really fast, and they've got a great Oriflame company event. Really, really excited. It's going to be our first one, so really don't know what to expect, but there's included within the price as a gala dinner, all-day training, the hotel is included within that. So make sure that you book your places. There was information in the group so that and you can have the Friday night in as well if you're traveling a little bit of a way, if you want to do that. So we're in C12, but we've already got to think about C13. It's crazy, isn't it? It goes so fast, but obviously we do really want to be in our C13s now, so that we've got them ready to hit the ground running. C12s are out now because they've come within C11, so we've got them ready, bagged up and ready and out, so that we're starting the campaign with a really fast start, because as we know, success loves speed, and getting off to a fast start is really, really important. They've introduced the new extra large catalogue pack, and so this is a trial up until C15. They keep swapping and changing the packs and the prices, and we're really not sure what's going on with them. But because we've had a massive influx of people that are doing catalogues, they're really working with us to get the best packs for us to work with. So this contains 50 catalogues, your order forms and your catalogue bags. They're not catalogue bags, they're like little carrier bags. They're not like the Snap catalogue bags that you're going to leave out on doorsteps. That's £14 or €19.30. And our C13 is available. Not sure. When you order that code, you just need to make sure that you're getting your C13s and not C14s. I've seen somebody put something in a post. So just make sure that you are getting the right ones. But
it's C13, and it's meant to be from tomorrow. It turns to C14, but we got an email today saying that it won't be for a few days. not coming or something, but it will still be C13 if you order now.
Okay, great. Thanks, Claire. So we can get C13s all ordered and on the way to us. Okay, so success loves speed, and I think this was absolutely fantastic. The company have launched the new Mega Starter Kit, something that we've been promoting anyway, so that people have got all the stuff that they need to run their business off to a flying start. So the kit includes the skincare starter kit, the makeup starter kit, 100 catalogues. It also gives 40 BP as a starter, and you've got in there £194.90 worth of products and equipment there to get your business off to a flying start at a reduced rate of €66.95 or €258.05 down to €91.95. So the order code is for that. I'll pop this picture into the group so that we've all got it if we want to use it. Okay, so just thinking about all of those incentives and everything that's going on, just want to share a couple of things with you. Our latest newsletter that's gone out this campaign, myself and Andrew, we always send a newsletter because keeping customers informed about what's going on, offering incentives and information to customers is key. You know, the customer is king. So just wanted to share with you our latest newsletter. Again, I'll put a copy in the group for everybody. We've been using some of our free products for an incentive for customers to be putting in orders over £10. There's a hamper there worth over £100 worth of products for our customers, free prize draw. Letting them know about the samples. I mean, obviously the eye and the mascaras are key for this campaign. It's a big eyes sale, so a little bit of information here. Always good to provide a little bit of, I think, a bit of background, a bit of knowledge, a bit of something. So I love this article on the, actually off of the website, on the Oriflame website, all about the perfect wand and what the different mascaras do and why they do them based on the wand that we use. And then obviously a little bit of a recruiting bit. Now, don't forget, although it seems like it's still the summer, we've got Christmas coming up. So, you know, thinking about those people that would like £1,000 for Christmas are some of the great adverts that we can start to use for now as well. Also, we've sent out today, I'm going to be doing some little free mini facials. So this little leaflet went out in our packs today. Again, I'll put this in the group if anybody wants to use it. My intention is to go and do a 15-minute facial so that they can try the products and give me a little bit of experience to do some facials as well. Just before we go on, has anybody else got anything that they would like to share that's working really, really well at the moment that would help them to get some points for all of the incentives that we've just talked about?
Hello. Me again. You know, last time on the last chat, the last Zoom, I mentioned that I was splitting up the wellness tablets for women.
Yes.
Giving them as samples of charging like £4 for 5 days samples. Well, I've just got 2 orders for a man and for the men's and the women's one.
Oh, brilliant.
From a lady that got the samples, so it does work. So yay. Extra,
wellness is one of the things that they're using for a lot of the company incentives, isn't it? For if anybody's in qualification for that and wants to sell wellness to get the points up, that's a brilliant idea.
It's a good idea, that, actually, because people are interested, like you're saying, just trying them sometimes before they buy.
They do want to try them, but they don't always know if it's going to work. So if you can give them a few samples, because it does work in a couple of days straight away, you can tell a difference.
Really?
Yeah.
She's had them for a couple of days. She's got one little sachet left, and she's ordered two packs. So happy days.
Oh, fantastic. Just checking it in the chat if anybody else has come on. Has anybody got anything else that they'd like to share? Who's doing really well with their Facebook parties? brave enough to come on and say.
The last chance one that I did on Wednesday night went really well. I haven't actually counted up how much we got out of it, but I'm sure it was over 120. But that's the best one that we've had for a party that we've done. The online sales are really flying now because we're just kind of focusing on our Oriflame. So they're just flying in now from the lives and the parties.
And what do you think the reason for that is, Jackie, that they're flying in now? Because you've built momentum up, or what? What is it that you're doing?
It's just because I'm focusing on the Oriflame. There isn't any distraction from other products and things. So it's more about last night I didn't put all my makeup on all at once. So I demoed the XXL mascara and I demoed the lip plumping balm as well. So I got 5 orders from the mascara and 5 for the lip plumper last night. Plus lots more as well that came through. So that's just demonstrating them because they're like the special offers for this month, and I showed these first and spent quite a lot of time on them. So lots more orders for those.
I don't know whether Dave's still on. I know Dave and Ange have done so well with the samples, and I can see a couple of people have put in Emma Watlin, is it? I'm going to be sending out samples of the body washes soon. She's ordered lots of little sample pots to put that in. So that sounds a great idea.
That's a brilliant idea.
Mandy's put in also that she's ordered some samples with her order to get them out. Samples does really, really work. One of the things I've done today, I've been printing off some more order forms. So you've just reminded me. And I've just amended, I don't know whether you can see this, I'll put it in the group. I've just amended the order form slightly to put want to try before you buy, request a sample below. So that when they're writing their order in, that they can request samples from us as well. So I know Dave and Ange have done phenomenally well, just giving samples out and letting people try it because they're not sure what it's going to be like, is a great way to get them buying the products. Harris Online Party did a Super Saver Sunday yesterday, and all the products I showcased were under £5. Fantastic, that sounds a great idea. Emma's getting some stickers done to put on her brochures to say about samples. Fantastic. Bev's giving out samples with every order, and I have received orders off of the back of it. Brilliant, Bev. People do like to try, don't they, before they actually buy something. I love little samples, wherever I go. I'm like, oh, the little counters in Debenhams. Don't ever have an intention of buying it. I'll try it, and then I do try it, and then I think, oh, that's actually really, really nice. That I'm going to go and get some of that. So always take samples out to the hotel. Brilliant. My neighbour was saying she's found that she's suddenly become allergic to her perfume. So my samples bag yesterday went off to my neighbour's house, and I said, just have a play with them. All the different samples for all of our different perfumes are in there. If you want to try and find one that you like the smell of, and then you use it and try it on your skin and everything. So, it's just, because some people are a bit wary because they might have had a reaction in the past to it, so just allowing them the chance to, try it before they do actually commit to buying it. Anybody else got any suggestions? We did let me find it, in our catalogues. Last campaign, and this worked really, really well. Again, I'll put this in the group. It's a little ticket that goes in. It's all back to front, isn't it? Summer special, spend £20 and receive a free gift. Let them choose something. You can choose the value. We said £4, absolutely free. So we saw a massive increase in our catalogue sales from that last campaign. So anybody that's wanting to beat the best, it's just thinking outside the box sometimes and doing something a little bit more than what you did last time, just to increase those sales. Emma Lou reached my goal last week that I set myself. Fantastic. Anybody else got anything before we continue with the training?
I think just asking people to pass the catalogues around and asking people, do they want to earn a bit of money themselves? You know, like friends and family pack.
Yeah.
Things like that, where we can just say to someone, you want to give this out to your friends and see if you can earn yourself a bit of commission. They may be spending the catalogue. That's always worked. That's always worked for me. Like for my sister, for example, I'll give her one and she'll take it to her friends. And I say to her, you can have 20% of whatever they get spent to spend in the catalogue. Yeah. So I think, you know, there's so many ways that we can get extra sales as well. Do you know we were on about this last week, weren't we? Oh no, that was for Instagram, but the same on Facebook. You know, the stories. I've been selling loads off my story this week. So I've been putting on like the lip primer and the lip plump and things, and everyone's messaging me asking can they have one.
Oh, brilliant! And on your Facebook?
On my Facebook story, yeah. So that's worked. And that post, you know, last night that we put on with all the hearts, comment what your coloured hearts is. I got that off Rachel O'Donnell. Oh my God, I had loads off that. So we had loads of people message me about information for the business off that post. And I had loads of people ask me for samples as well.
Oh, brilliant.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's good.
Fantastic. Just asking for referrals, isn't it, as well, for your customer, you know, customers, if they know anybody else. I had a customer that said, oh, my daughter would love this. Do you drop down this road? So I've ended up with adding her on as well, asking for referrals. Okay, if anybody thinks of anything else, we can add it at the end. Okay, little raffles and prize drawers and anything that you can think of, really. So I'm going to start now our sponsor workshop training. For those of you that are recruiting or not even thought about it yet, you know, it is just, for me, it's just all about having things in a logical sense and knowing what you're doing and building confidence when you start team building. So for me, you know, I've read lots of books and I've done lots of sponsoring, but if you just break it down into sort of simple steps with anything, it's easy. And a lot of people feel quite fearful of picking the phone up and doing a presentation because it's like, you know, oh, it's a presentation, or going to somebody and doing a face-to-face appointment. Well, you know, let's take out presentation and let's take out face-to-face appointment. All we're ultimately doing in this business is sharing a great idea and giving people the opportunity to change their lives. And when we think about it like that, then we take away some of those fears that come around for some people in you know, oh, got to do a presentation of not. If what you're doing right now is working, then stick with what you're doing. But if you do want to look at areas where you do want to develop, you know, how you present the opportunity, how you explain what we have to offer, then I really think this will be of use to you. So I hope it helps. And I would always say that ultimately, he who has the most leads wins. So, you know, we can be great at presenting the opportunity, but if we're not doing all of the activity to create the leads, then ultimately we're not going to win. So it is a numbers game. It doesn't matter how good you are at presenting. It is all about going through the numbers. Some will, some won't. So what? You've just got to keep moving. You've got to keep going for no. And through the no's, you'll find the yeses. And through those yeses, you'll also find all of your superstars as well. So, you know, like I said, if what you're doing is working for you, then please don't change anything that you're doing. And it really is less about skill and more about the action that you put in. It's the more you do, the more you'll achieve with anything. I think, you know, the first step is getting posting online ads, Facebook, your free ads, your paid for sites, all the rods in the pond that we talk about. And we have a whole training where we talk about the rods in the pond, the shop ads, the newspapers, the posters, the flyers, everything that's involved in finding all of the different people that are going to join our teams. But when you've got prospects as well, you know, it's when we, certainly when we're doing our online ads through our ads pool, you know, sometimes it's not just giving them one chance, it's drip feeding prospects with information. So, you know, we can use things like a contact manager, if you like, to filter inquiries. You can do emails yourself. You can do it on emails. You can also do all of this through your Facebook. So just thinking about, you know, the information that you're sending, the teasing, the information that's getting people aware of what it is that you have to offer. So you could do something like on day one, you know, thank you for your interest. It might be a couple of days later, you follow up with further information and maybe a little bit of your testimonial. Day 5, it might be something like, you know, we've coached, and so some team testimonials that they may relate to. You know, certainly if you know a little bit about them, you can give, maybe it's a family, so somebody in your team that's got a family testimonial that matches that. You know, then just keep drip feeding information. So, you know, are you still interested? Don't give up on people too soon. You know, certainly with emails, they don't always see it straight away. So it's using all of the success stories. Use on Facebook the group that we've got, the Matrix Group Opportunity Group, with all of the success stories that, again, you can use to drip feed prospects to see what they're going to be a part of. You know, the recognition, the testimonials, everything that we're going to put in there. And we're still building that up, but it's all of us working together to provide that information. And I think one of the biggest things that you've got to remember is that conversation becomes before commission. So it is all about us providing the right information. It's all about us getting to know our prospects. And all of that happens before we earn any money. So, you know, this is a really important part of our business. I'm going to whiz through these. These are just examples of emails that we send out and information that we send out. All of it is in the sponsoring group, so that you've got that. But what you've got to remember is that when you're getting going, practice makes perfect. So it's just a matter of just doing it and finding what works for you. Nothing that we do is too scripted. You'll find your own ways of wording stuff. The Vista Group has a script book now, so if you want something as a start, then use that. But, you know, you'll really find your own way, and you'll find your own words and your own personality that's going to work for you. You know, so don't worry too much about that. I know with scripts I'm like a bit wooden. I like it to come from more my heart. So, you know, but if you need something there just to get you started, use some of the scripts that we've got. But remember that when you first make contact, when you're getting going, it's all about really getting an appointment made. It's about making that slot with them, so that then you can give them the time to explain what our opportunity is about. So again, we've got scripts to do with that. So what I'm going to talk you through now is the 5 stages of a presentation. This has been taken from the Tim Sales. I'm going to give you some information on the reading. But this is, so for me, when you do a presentation, you go through these 5 stages. You go through the relaxed stage, where really it's all about you selling yourself. When you're greeting a person, when a person buys you, they'll buy anything, you know, and the biggest thing that you're selling in this industry is yourself. You'll go through the dream stage, where you'll find their dominant buying motive. So although the business is free, they're buying into an idea. So this is where you're qualifying them for what it is that they want, what it is that's important to them. And you're then going to be offering them the solution to that, what they're looking for. So you're going to be showing them what you've got to offer. You're going to invite them to present the opportunity, and alongside that, you're going to handle any questions and objections with confidence and competence. And then you'll be closing. So you'll be closing and providing action at the end of that presentation, not leaving it open. And then obviously after that, there's any follow-up is through our last stage. So as we know, follow through is in the fortunes, is in the follow through. So, you know, it is a process, it's a system, if you like to work methodically, if you like to work with a system, but it's flexible, it's not black and white. What you're doing when you do an appointment to me is you're opening it at this end, you're gathering all sorts of information throughout that presentation, and you're building a rapport with that person. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be talking about you, the company and the product. You're going to be sharing this information right through to when you close the deal at the end of it. So let's have a little look at the relax stage. So first of all, you've got to think about reducing any distractions that might take place so that they can focus on the information that you're going to provide with them. So plan a time that's appropriate. It's no good when it's the kids' bedtime and they're trying to settle the kids down. It might be that it's got to be sometime later on or in the afternoon. Make sure that it's a time that is appropriate for them. For you, make sure that you turn off any background noise or anything and ask them to do the same. If you're doing a face-to-face appointment, sit next to them or in front of them so that you can maintain that eye contact with them. And always make sure that you dress appropriately, you smell nice, and you've got the right body language. And I think part of that comes across when you're organised, and it might be that you want to take some brochures and samples and bits of information with you, copies of maybe written testimonials and stuff, or it might be that you just need to be organised when you're on the phone as well and have maybe information in front of you or little bullet points or stuff like that so that you feel organised with the whole presentation and you've not got any distractions going on yourself. So also the next part of the relaxed stage really is the first impressions. So, you know, if you are meeting that person, have sincere, friendly facial expressions and smile, because that makes such a big difference. You know, even if you're on the telephone, smile while you dial. And obviously make sure that you watch that body language. Folding your arms is not an open form of body language, so make sure that you are open to them, because first impressions really do count. I think 60 to 80% of first impressions is shown to you by the way that you look, appear and behave. So dress for success, smile and have a warm introduction with a strong handshake, you know, just a slight squeeze, more than them, just to show them. But looking good and smiling actually will empower you as well. You'll feel more confident. And don't forget to look to sort of mirror your prospects. So if they're sort of sitting with their legs crossed, maybe sit with your legs crossed. So you're showing them that you've got like the same interest, that it becomes across in the body language and the tonality. Again, if they talk really, really fast, then talk a little bit faster. If they talk really slow, then slow it down so that you're mirroring them. And that will help them to really sort of feel in that first impression relaxed with you. So make sure, obviously, that you're interested in them. We always talk about, you know, whether you're interested or whether you're interested. And one of the things that we use to do this in the opening stages, in this relaxed stage, is to use what we call FORM. So FORM stands for family, occupation, recreation, and money. And in your head, it's just a way of getting questions organised that you can open them up and show that you're interested in them through the use of open-ended questions. So why, what, who, when, where, and how. So, you know, it's all about, so tell me about you. This is how I open somebody up, you know, where do you live? Who do you live with? How many children have you got? All of those sort of questions. People love talking about themselves, but even more than that, they love talking about their family. Where do they work? So occupation, you know, how many hours do they work? How long have they worked there? Do they like where they work? Do they not like where they work? All of this information is going to show, one, that you're interested in them, but secondly, you're gathering information so that when you present the opportunity, you're aware of what they're looking for and how it's going to fit in with them, how it's going to fit in with their work, what, you know, what things that they like to do in their spare time. Do they really like traveling? Is the travel incentives going to be something that's really going to turn them on in the business? You know, and then ask them about the money. Ask them, you know, how much money is going to make a difference and what it's for. Is it treats? Is it survival money? Is it, you know, holiday? Is it a wedding? Is it a new car? What is it that they're looking for, and what's going to make a difference? Because ultimately, in gathering all of that information, you're going to then find, you know, more out about them. So it's really important that you show that you're interested, because what that's doing is building trust. And you know, when people are relaxed, they open up and tell you more. And when they know, when you know their circumstances, like I said, you can adapt the presentation accordingly to them. So, you know, all that information that you're gathering is going to allow you to build a great rapport, and it's going to show that you really, really care about that person. You really care whether this opportunity is for them or not. So, you know, this tip has come from the script, but people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. People join you. They want to see that you're interested in them. So show that genuine interest in them. And this first part of the presentation is the most important part that you can do. So just get good at asking people about themselves. Then what you're going to do is you're going to move into what we call the dream stage. So this is where you're qualifying, you know, what they need, want, and don't want. You know, so tell me what it is that you're looking for. A great way to open them up is, you know, I'm curious as to what you're looking for. Our aim in this stage, if you like, is to find their wit, and it's their what's important to them. Their reason why, you know, we talk about that all of the time. And this is a great way to ask people what it is that they're looking for in the opportunity. So we always had this in our other business. You know, we would ask them, are they looking for extra income? Is it something where they're going to want to work from home? Is it that they want to be their own boss and have their own business? Is it for lifestyle reasons? Is it because they want to meet new people? Is it for further? Is it for retirement and pension plan, or is it for financial freedom? Because many people join our opportunity for lots of different reasons. When you find out their why, when you're showing the opportunity, you can show them the solution to their reason why. So it's really important. And one of the things that we learned in our other business is the Alan Pease 5 golden questions. You know, what's your number one priority? Why is that important? Why that one? Why is that important to you? What are the consequences of you not having that, and why would that worry you? These questions used in the right way, you will find that real emotional reason why. And believe me, some people will tell you it's for extra income, but actually when you go through this, you'll find out there's a deeper reason why. And when people attach their emotions to their reason why, then absolutely there's no way that they're not going to join you. My tip for you is as well is to get this list printed on the back of your business cards, because these are lots of the reasons. These are what people are looking for. So you can use that on your business cards. Now, our solution stage, if you like, so this is when we're going to now explain to them that it's your turn now, and you're going to explain what it's all about. You're going to reinforce their needs. So everything that you've gathered that information from in the first 2 stages you're going to use that now to show them that this is all about them. So I'm going to show you now how you can earn that £400. I'm going to show you now how you can work from home and have the time that you want with your children. I'm going to show you now how you can, and whatever it is that you found out is their wit, their real reason why. Remember, the opportunity, you're selling the destination, you're not selling the airplane. So you're selling them what's available to them and what's in the future and what you can see and what's going to happen for them. It is always, always about them and their life. It's not about you and what you've got from this. This is finding a solution to them, for them, their reason why. And you have to, hand on heart, believe that you can help them. Because if you don't think it's right for them from the information that you've gathered, then tell them, I don't think...
Is it busy night, buddy?
No, Monday, isn't it?
Is it?
Let's just mute Dave. So again, part of the solution stage is showing them what you have to offer. So how does it work? Why does it work? Does it work? You know, explain that you're going to show them how it works, why it works, and does it really work? And how it can work for them too. And based on what you've just told me, you know, Rachel, I think it would be a perfect fit. It will give you, and then again, keep reinforcing that reason why, you know, the flexibility to spend time with your family or whatever it was that you found out about them. So what you're going to do throughout your presentation, your aim is to keep within the boundaries of the straight lines. We did a load of training on the Jordan Belfort straight lines, and it really, you've got to remember that the sale really starts from the first rejection, and you're going to have people say to you things like, oh, I don't have time. You know, this will be a perfect fit. It's so flexible to fit in the pockets of time. So you're going to have the answers here for all of the little rejections. You're going to have your solutions. I don't need this. Just think about all of the time that you're going to have with the children, or all the things that you can do with the extra cash that you've got. I need to think about that. I need to think about this. There's nothing to lose. It's free to join. Worst case, you grab yourself some cheap products. No. If they say no to you, check what it is that they don't understand. Ask them, do you understand blah, 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 blah. Let me ask my wife. Why don't we ask her together? That way I can explain it all for you, and she will see what a great opportunity it is. Why would I buy this? I just can't live without it. Why would you not? I'm not sure. How else can I help you? What else is it that you need to know? So you'll learn to deal with some rejections, and they're not often rejections, they're just a lack of understanding. So it's sometimes that we've just not provided them the information that they need at that stage. So when we go through the solution stage, we're going to show them what you have to offer. So, you know, talk a little bit about Oriflame's established beauty and wellness business. We have an opportunity to build a work from home business, and we've got catalogue distribution, online selling, and team building. So you let them know what's available. Then you're going to show them what you have to offer with how it works. So with the catalogues, keep it simple. You know, we simply post catalogues or present them in your local area. We have a slip that tells people to leave it on the doorstep. We return the next day to collect them. We check for orders. We process the orders online. We deliver the goods to the customers. And then, you know what? We put the cash that you've earned right in your pocket. So just keep it simple online. You know, you're simply going to place ads on social media platforms, take the orders, arrange the deliveries of the product locally or nationwide. Team building, you know, if you want to talk about that, it's just simply sharing a great idea, using the resources that we've created and the systems that are in place to help others achieve what they want to. So, you know, it's just about us showing them what we have now, how we earn our money. You know, just talk about earning 20 to 35% on each order as cash in that pocket. There's additional bonuses as well paid into your bank if you want to progress to a team leader or a group manager. So here, you know, not everybody wants to start team building and building a team. They just maybe just ask answer the advert for some extra cash, but plant seeds that there is a bigger opportunity available to them. And why it works, because we've got exclusive products. We're in the beauty and cosmetic and well-being. It's an established company of over 50 years. We're a global company operating in 64 countries, 1.5 billion turnover, huge company with a strong track record. We've got a very simple system. We offer a personalised service to the door, and we've got full training and support that's provided. So you're going to be obviously dealing throughout any of those questions and objections. We do have a full training on that, so you know, maybe some date we can come to that. But at some point through your presentation, just say to them, on a scale of 1 to 10, how interested are you? Just get a check of how interested they are. Explain to them how you get started. Obviously, it's free to join. Simple online registration form to complete. And then this is a little script taken out of the script book. We highly recommend to get you off to a good start, however, that you make a small investment of 2 starter kits. We have a skincare and cosmetic set. They enable you to try some of our products for yourself, but you can also give out some samples to friends and family, you know, on a try before you buy. These are hugely discounted from around £90 to £19.95. What we are finding is that most people are taking advantage of this offer when they're receiving the samples and following our system and generating lots of orders. So it's worth a small investment of £39.90. If they will be cataloguing to also recommend that we order some catalogues, and obviously that depends on their income requirements. So, you know, if they've asked you to earn £50 a week, you'll recommend sufficient catalogues for that. And then just say, let me talk you through ordering them now. If you can get them signed up there and then, do that and get them ordering their kits, and then they're done, in and activated and off to a flying start, which is what you want. Now, the close stage, obviously what you're going to be doing is using soft closes all the way through, using that number 1 priority that we spoke about. So you can see I have a great business that helps lots of working mums just like you to make a great income from home, so they don't have to feel guilty about not being around when the kids need them the most. So, you know, you're planting all of that information. Ask them, are they serious, or were they just joking about wanting to earn £200 a month? And a really good close is sound fair enough, because you can't really say no to that half the time. So, you know, that's a really good one to use. The follow-up stage, if they don't join there and then, make sure that you follow them through. You know, make sure that you agree a time to call them back. Remember, there are fortunes in the follow-up. If you snooze, you lose. You don't want to lose them to somebody else. You don't know who else they're talking to. And don't give up until they say no. People's circumstances do change. They might not say yes straight away, but if you drip feed them the information, if you keep the door of opportunity open, then sometimes they will join you further down the line. So just some top tips. You know, the biggest mistake is when you're sometimes too enthusiastic and you talk too much. Lots of people, they're waiting for you to sell. So, you know, if you say it, they're obviously going to raise an objection. So it's always less is more. Say as little as you can, just enough information so that they can make an informed decision on what you've told them. If it's their words, it's true. So let them tell you what it is, and keep on that straight line. If you're doing face-to-face appointments, use the positive body language. Just keep nodding when they're talking. You know, all that's positive body language that we can use. If you're on the phone, you know, pause. Don't be concerned if it's quiet for a minute, you know, and just use those, what we call the minimal carriages, the bridging words like yeah, meaning, being, you know, giving them an opportunity to carry on giving you the information that they want to tell you about. And remember, be interested, not interested. Listen to their reason why. You've got to believe in yourself. You know, be assertive, but not too loud, not too forceful, but just be confident, sound competent, be bold, and know that you can use all the right communication. You know what you're talking about. It is just a matter of believing in yourself. Make sure that you talk at a level that's appropriate to them. You know, we start talking about sales plan succession and regional manager and PSG and BP and BFB and all of these things. Just remember that that language is not appropriate. It looks foreign, just like them symbols there. So use appropriate vocabulary when we're talking. Be relaxed, communicate at their pace, sound, you know, make sure that you've practiced so that you're sounding rehearsed, you know, be you, Avoid the stuttering and hesitation, because through practice you will become confident and competent. You will communicate this easily. And I think more importantly than anything, make it fun and have a laugh. You know, if you can go out and have a cup of coffee and a cake and just chat, and all of these sort of things drop in between the conversation, and you flip through the catalogue, there's no better way to present how amazing this opportunity is. But always make sure that you are being honest, you have that integrity, that you're on time, you don't exaggerate, incomes or anything. Don't give, over exaggerated income, or it's, say it's easy. It's easier to say, actually, it's not easy. It's a simple system, but it actually takes hard work. Be honest about that. Explain that it takes effort, but obviously do that in a positive manner and not a negative one. Be enthusiastic and excited, but not fake, and be passionate about the opportunity, because being passionate about the opportunity is that persuasion. So, you've got to know what you're talking about, and this is why it's so important to plug into all of your trainings, your Zooms, read and listen everything that you can. Great books, Alan Pease, Tim Sales, Big Al, your sponsor, they know what they're talking about. You've got ask questions if you're not sure, find out the answers, and it really is all about being around the people who know what they're doing. And then it's all about practice, practice and practice. It's not showing you them books very clearly, but Alan P's Questions Are the Answers, Tim Sales' Personal Inviter, and a Big Al's Icebreakers is really, really good ones to read if you're looking at becoming confident with presentations. And you know what? You're going to meet all sorts of people that are looking for a different opportunity, people with different pasts, past experiences, people's different baggage that they're going to bring along with them. Things, remember, are not always as they seem, and people will only tell more as they become more trusting in you. Don't ever prejudge anybody. The hotshot lawyers and doctors still need an extra income, just so other people do at the same time. Don't make assumptions about people. It's about you asking them rather than assuming what they think. Always make sure that you create that instant rapport with people and keep the door of opportunity open for everybody that passes your path. And you know what? If ultimately it's not for them, then ask for referrals. Ask if there is anybody that they know that this opportunity would be right for. So just as a summary, get good at your communication skills, be interested in your prospect, don't be distracted, have that sincere facial, friendly expressions, be assertive, communicate easily, be honest and have that integrity about you, know what you're talking about, and have an intention to make that person's life better. As we know, you can have everything in life you want if you just help enough people to get what they want. That's one of the things that I absolutely love about this business. The more people you help, the bigger your business grows. And it's just something like helping people is just something that I love doing, and seeing people's success and the progression is just so rewarding in itself. Get good at sharing this opportunity and get good at building a business. As it says here, I'm building an empire. Who wants to join me? So I hope that has helped. Does anybody have any questions that they want to ask? See, there's a few things in the chat. Yeah, fortunes in the follow-ups, definitely, Dave.
Very helpful, that, Helen. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Claire. I'll stop the share, and then if anybody has anything else that they want to add tonight, or any questions or anything, then please feel free to come on and unmute yourself, or you want to write it in the chat, I can read it out for you. Just going to get a drink now. How many people on here are doing presentations on the phone or face to face?
We do them on the phone. I've not done one face to face for a while actually, but we do locally. If people do ask, you know, for information like a local, I'd rather pop round and see them than be on the phone.
Yeah. I love doing face-to-face appointments, to be perfectly honest with you, because I think when you can see a person, you can see their reaction. You know, when you get good at sort of reading body language and stuff, you can see when they're comfortable and you can see when they're not, and you know how to handle that situation much better, don't you? You know, you can questions, maybe change your body language, and you know, even though it's not right, you can get out of there quick as well. But I do love to meet people face to face and just get to know them. And you know, I think getting to know people, know who you're working with, and when they start, then they can get off to a great start because you already know so much about them, how you help them.
So, because mine are mostly all online as well, from all over the place. So I don't get much chance to do a face-to-face. And the time when we ring them is actually when we're setting them up from Craig's training the other night with your telephone call, Helen. It's amazing. That really, really works. You know what? You feel so good afterwards being able to speak to them and get them excited and stuff. That is really good. It really works. So thanks for that.
No problem. Just check the chat. AJ does face to face, fantastic. Bev does both, fantastic.
Maria, do you have any questions at all of?
Pauline saying she does both but prefers face to face. I could see you nodding actually when I was talking about that, Pauline. You're sort of on my screen where I can see your face.
Yeah, I think I prefer I prefer face to face because, like you, I can judge that person better by their reaction to what you're actually saying. On the phone, you're never quite sure whether they're just saying yes and not really meaning what they're saying to you. But yeah, I prefer face to face. Always have done. Yeah.
Cool. I mean, these days with doing it on the telephone, it's great because then you can recruit all up and down the country and you've not got to travel and all that. But when we first started out with the business, we only ever did face-to-face appointments. So, you know, it was a big change for us. I think I'm more scared of picking the phone up, to be honest with you, than doing it face to face.
Everybody's different. They've got their own kind of niche that they're used to doing, and that works for them.
Little comfort zone.
Like you said that, didn't you? If something's working for you, keep on doing that. It's always good.
New ways all of the time of working, aren't we? You know, and
yeah.
There's so many. I mean, like if you kind of like face-to-face appointments, but they're too far away. The likes of Zoom and Skype and all that, you could still maybe do it with tools because you can still see one another then, can't you? You can still get a little bit of a better judgment when you can see that person's face.
At some point, once I pluck up the courage to do this, I'm going to go out knocking on doors recruiting.
Well,
when I pluck up the courage to do it.
You'd be fab at that.
It will work. I just got to do it.
Just mad. I mean, what's lovely about our opportunity is the fact that it's free to join. So, you know, you've got the opportunity to share, but I love this idea that you can get the kits and you can get the catalogues to get started.
I know.
Start. Kits are great, aren't they? You get loads of stuff. Oh, somebody's had to leave. Somebody's upset. Oh dear.
She had some bad news.
Yeah. Oh, I hope everything's all right. Difficult, isn't it? There's so many people having not so good news at the moment.
Okay. Oh, right, okay. Right.
Oh dear. Oh, sorry, Emma. Where is she gone? So did the 5 sort of stages help, do you think, just kind of going through it in?
Yeah, definitely.
It's really good for a refresher going through them.
It is. And like you say, even with telephone appointments, Zooms, you know, I'm doing a lot more Zooms as well with people when they're joining up. So it's good just having refreshers on, you know, like a lot of the things that you said with face-to-face, you can still do that with the phone and with the Zoom and stuff, can't you?
Did any of you notice that came to the notice that those 5 stages for the skincare session?
Oh, really?
Ah, right.
Oh my gosh. No, I didn't notice. I did notice the dream stage, and I thought about that, and I was thinking, is that, I can remember you kind of, you know, it rang a bell, but it didn't click.
Yeah, the stuff that Tim Sales does on Personal Invite is brilliant. He's got you can't see the picture on the slide, but I'll put them in the group later. I love listening to his stuff. When we first started, and he was when he came in, he had a really bad stammer and a stutter, and he used to, I don't know whether you remember me telling you on one of the trainings, he used to get this stuffed dog and he used to put it on his desk and he just used to practice and practice and practice, and then he'd go to some training and he'd learn a phrase of how to say that, you know, and in the end he'd come up with this great script that he'd practiced in his head, that he could say off the top of his head with his personality, that he would never get an objection to, because he'd answered the questions to the objections within the script and wouldn't, you know, sometimes when you're talking to people, you're making them think about the objections and the questions instead of handling them through the information that you give them. So it's bloody brilliant. It's just amazing. And he talks about these stages. It's a set of CDs, and that was one of my favourite sets that I listened to when we first started. You're muted, Jackie, if you're talking to us. I can see your lips going.
I'm just going to Google him now.
AJ's got to go. Great training today. Now have to go and get my head around Joe wanting me to do a Zoom training live for the team. Maybe we look forward to that. And share with us. It's all about us working together, isn't it?
Is it us next week for the Zoom, Helen?
I think it is. Isn't it? I need to have a look at the. Is it? I wrote a thing up on my screen. Whether it's shut down. Sure, it's you next week, isn't it? I'll check and let you know.
Okay.
You can organise for yourselves or some people in your team.
Yes. Marie. All right, Marie, don't panic.
Oh.
Okay. It's been very quiet now, isn't it?
Very sleepy.
Okie doke.
Okay, well, if anybody else has got any questions, please ask before we...
Can I just introduce a new team member?
What sort of dog is it?
A cotton de Tulier.
What?
A cotton de Tulier.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
This is little Sassy. She's been bothering about all night, up and down on my desk. Watching, you can hear voices and see people's faces.
Just trying to hold him up again, Leslie.
Oh, Emma's got one as well. Oh, he's a big fella. What's he, a Labrador?
He's a Labrador pointer.
Oh, he's lovely. Right, okay, guys. Not done too bad for time. We'll put a review post up in the group. If you can tag in anybody that's been recognised and you can add any comments, that'd be fab. Want to let the rest of the team know what they're missing out on coming on our Zooms. We'll put everything else in the group for you overnight and in the morning, so that everything that we've talked about is there for you to have a copy of. If you need anything, just let us know.
Fab. Thank you very much, Helen.
Oh, thanks, Claire. Bye now.
Bye.